Alright, let's see what's going on. Let's see if this works. I've got quite a few things going on. Pulling up Cubic Studio, checking that Cubic Studio is working. Alright, so how's everyone doing? Let's see. So I've got a bunch of stuff going on today. Gonna be making a little bit of a model for the server. Uh, Nothing too crazy yet, but got a couple things going on. Let's see. Alright, let's get going on this. So today I'm going to be making a little bit of a model. Gonna try to keep it a little harder to guess what it is, but we'll figure it out from here. Let's see. Cubic Studio is my preferred modeling software for this, so I'm pretty used to it at this point. Let's see. I think I'm gonna start with something like it's quite like that maybe. Yeah, I think something like that would work. Maybe duplicate that. Go out a tiny bit. Go up a tiny bit. So this is kind of how I work things out. I just kind of figure out what I'm going to be doing, kind of lay out a few shapes, and kind of build off from that. I think I'll do one more like that. So go out by a bit of a pixel. Go up by a portion. This side's a little too much. Then I keep going in. Now I have a little bit of a shape going here. And then I'll duplicate this again. Go out by the same amount. Kind of like go in and build this up. I'm gonna check all sides. Looks like it's a little low on this side. Now it's square. And from here, I'm gonna just do something like that. I think that'll work. Whoops. There we go. So that should give me a little basic shape. If I press Control A, I can move this up. That would work. Now here, I can get another one of these. I'm just gonna duplicate this one because that would be easier. And I'll just move it up. That's a little shape right there. Now I'm gonna take this again, copy and paste, scale it back a little, put it in the middle, and drag it up. This will go up like this. There we go. That looks about right. Maybe it should go down a little bit. Copy and paste that. Drag it up. Go here. Make it smaller. Get it right in shape, and I think that does it. Yeah. Let's see. Does that look right to me? Yeah, I guess it kind of works. I'm gonna move that right into the center. it up. Ah, that's why it looked off. Right there. Now this one can go right about here. Square off like that. There we go. That should do it. That's just a tiny bit of stuff that I've done. And let's see. I'm going to start making sure this has a texture. General texture I use is the Minecraft default textures. I have a folder of all the 1.12 assets that they have. So if I go to concrete, I like to use concrete for things. Kind of works out pretty well. Gray would be a good one. Concrete gray. There it is. Now we have a completely gray shape. What I'm gonna do is take this one, back to the center, double check that it's right, go here, centered, and move it down to the bottom. That should get a nice shape. And this goes down quite a bit, so I'd say about there. Yeah, about there it looks right. That should work. That should work really well. Now there's some stuff to the bottom of this that I'm thinking might be a little more difficult to do than normal. The rest of this is just simple shapes that I've put together pretty quickly. Now we're getting to the more difficult stuff. This is where I kind of have to figure things out and work from there. Question is, do I use voxels or do I be lazy? Or do I just do it with elements? Elements would be easier with lag and stuff, but voxels would probably be easier to make. What do you guys think? Voxels or elements? That's the really difficult part. Judging that I got a ton of this stuff done in like 5 minutes, I think I might go with the more difficult but easier on the computer route. So let's go elements with this. Let's see. I kind of have to look at my image, which I have on my other screen. I don't own a second monitor, so I'm just using a Surface Pro. Yeah, that makes sense, Jishy. Let's see. I guess we can do voxels. So let me go into meshes. Yes, Jishy, you are intentionally making the decisions harder. Well, I did a lot of element stuff, but I can do a little bit of voxels for some of it, and we'll make it a little more interesting with elements. that should do something like that. Builds right there. Maybe duplicate this. Rotate it a little. Let's see. Something like that, maybe. Yeah, I'm not a fan of how this is turning out. Let's delete that. Let's see. I'm just gonna look at this up close, picking up my second monitor because I'm just using a tablet. Let's see. Looks like there's 3 different parts that come off of it. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. So I'm just gonna show you my screen for now. Let's see what I can do about this. Um, Connect. I don't own a second monitor, so I'm just using my second device here. Let's see. Let's see what I can do about this. So, change a couple properties for my display. Oh, that's not gonna work. That's gonna be difficult. Trying to think. So, let's just remove the alpha. Let's just change this background to white. Okay. We're gonna draw with black. So we've got our box here, and they've got little arms that come off here. Ignore my horrible drawing, but that's kind of how I do things. So we've got our drawing. So we've got our body here, arms come off here, they break off into little hands, do different things. So I'm trying to figure out how exactly am I going to do this? Let me pull up my reference image. So yeah, this is going to be quite interesting to figure out. Let's go into Cubic. Go into Elements. Go right about here. Right about here. I'm just going to keep building this up like this. Using my grid as my way of moving things. So I've got that there. Maybe if we want to put it on an angle, we can. That might work better. Put that there. Put one here and one here. We could get another element here and make this joint a little bigger. Maybe go in like that. Yeah, I think that would work. Let's see. Yeah, not really. Let's look at my other image. We've got that. Maybe we can get another part going out here. Maybe this one goes outwards. And it's like over here. Then maybe we get one of these again. Instead of it going outwards, it goes downwards, inwards. Of course, that'd have to be back over like there. Be off-centered slightly. Yeah, that's a bit better. Interesting. The third one could be like around here and it's on the other side of this. I said on the other side of this. It goes straight down with very little change, so let's see. Something like this maybe. That would do it. Let's see. They've all got little parts that come off of it and different things that it does. It's quite difficult to figure out exactly how it would look. So there's like little parts that come off of it. If I could get something like that to work, it might be alright, I guess. So that would work. Maybe have something like that and something like that. It kind of sticks out. Yeah, and then you have something that goes out like here. Get this. Move that there. And over towards the middle. That. Yeah. And there. Move that over here and move that all the way over there. slightly further over. So you've got a bunch of different options you can do with this. I can't tell you what it's for, Joshua. That would ruin the surprise. When you see the model, when it's done, it'll be very fun to see. It'll be quite the surprise. The weird thing with this model is there's very little texture to it. That's the east side. Whoops. I can move that over to the west side. I can get a texture for, let's see, what would be a good color? Maybe red concrete would be a good one. I can change this to texture 1. That's something that would work. Maybe I put another one on this side. That goes up here. So that goes here, and that goes up, and over here maybe. Yeah, so that could do it. Makes some sense, I guess. It seems like a lot of stuff goes out this direction, so I'll make this one out in this direction. And that goes out there. This one can go out in this direction. I'm just doing little tweaks here and there to make it look a little better. I've got no clue what you're talking about, Gooby. Let's see. So maybe something like that would work. What do you guys think? That's just a little thing. Could do it. Where'd my mouse go? There it is. Let's see. Just looking at my reference image to see if I can get a couple more things visible. Yeah, there's not really that much detail that I could do with this. Maybe a couple little black dots here and there, but nothing too crazy. Great black. That could do it. And maybe something like that. Maybe not something like that. Something like that. It goes right about here and it's a little bigger. It's really cool because it has a different texture. Goes right there. Yeah, something like that maybe. Those really might want to be slightly different heights. That looks a little long, so maybe something like that. So really at this point it's just a bunch of minor tweaks that make this look a ton better from how it was. It does a few different things. So it looks like it's right in the same place, so I'm gonna move that over here. This droid can look kind of like that. Let's see what this model can do. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's kind of alright. Perhaps I do something like that. Yeah, that's alright, I guess. It doesn't go very deep down. I can probably. Do something like that, maybe. And that's alright because it bends up. Yeah, that looks alright. I'm gonna see what I can do about a render here. So here's our preview page. With Cubic, this preview page allows us to basically see how it would look in game. So for instance, this is what my GUI would look like right now, which doesn't look great. But I can use a preset that I made a while ago and change some rotations and stuff. Maybe change the scale to 0.5. I can export that there. Now I have my wall, which I'm going to rotate this by 90. Not that 90, but this 90. I can change that to 0.5. That'll work. It's about halfway. So I can export that. Now I'm going to have to look at my hand settings. And with this, I typically just use some sort of default and raise it up and change some of the positions. So that'll work, and I'll just copy that over. And here's my exterior hands, which these I try to make look okay. Because it would look rather weird if I didn't. And then it would look like the monorails from like 2 years ago when they just had these massive monorails that were full size in someone's hand and someone's walking around and it looks super stupid. So here's the most important part, the head. That's a little too large. It's also rather large. So maybe something like that. Yeah. Rotation, something like 90. That could do something. Maybe I'll move it down slightly, just to make it easier on an armor stand. And floor. I'll just use a block or an item. Raise it up a tiny bit, and we're good. So doing this allowed me to create this block here, this model, and that looks about right. So what I'm going to do is go to File, Export, and where you might be thinking I'm doing a JSON export, I'm not. I'm actually going to go to PNG. PNG will give me a render of the model. So I'm just going to call this That's No Moon, because it's very obviously not a moon. And if I go into my folder, which is one of my many folders, drag it over here, I'm going to take a look at this. And here's a render of our model, how it would look. Oops. Yep. This is what our model would look like from here. Just a little thing, sticks around and move around, does however we want it to do. And that's pretty much what I was planning on doing for this. I'll look around and see if there's anything else I can get done, but I'm not too sure yet. Let's see. Wait, I just realized something. You're still seeing this. This is what my model looks like. So my model is done, as far as I can tell. There might be some minor tweaks here and there after this, but nothing too crazy. This is what our model's gonna look like for now. And that's pretty much what I'm going to do for today, so might wrap things up, might do a couple other things, unless you guys want to see something. I've got a little bit of time, so if you have any suggestions for something you want to see, feel free to pop it over in the chat. We'll go do that. So yeah, that's pretty nice. Let's see. So I'm just gonna take a quick minute and I'll be back. Alright, I'm pretty much back. Just quickly uploaded something. And we should be good to go now. Oh, um, that's embarrassing. Let me click this and move that here. Okay, now I'm back. So I've got a couple things that I'm gonna do. Maybe we can play a little Minecraft or something. What do you guys think? You up for a little game or something? Let's see. Actually, I think I'm gonna end it here and take a little break. So I'll see you guys back later. So thanks. Bye.